Yo, what is good, everyone? We are back here with another video today, and it is the Money in the Bank 2023 recap video. Just gonna make this really quick. D2's not with me today. It's just me, Hollywood, by myself. We may be able to do a video together going over our opinions and thoughts on the show. It'll be a little bit longer than this one, but I just wanted to get something out there because I know people are curious as to what happened on the show. So, yeah, let's dig into it, man. So, kicking off the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which featured the 7 men you see on your screen right here: Damian Priest, Butch, Santos Escobar, LA Knight, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, and Ricochet. And man, this was a great match when it comes to the action. Crazy spots all over the place. I mean, Logan Paul doing a frog splash to Damian Priest on a ladder set up with the ring and the barricade. Ricochet doing a 450 splash to Butch and Santos Escobar while they were on a ladder. Tons of stuff, man. Ricochet doing a Spanish fly off the ropes to Logan Paul through tables to the outside of the ring after they fell off ladders into the ropes. Like, it was just a crazy match, up and down. We almost got what we wanted. Most of us fans, we want to see LA Knight win that briefcase. We want to see LA Knight going for a world title. We want to see LA Knight solidified in the main event. But unfortunately, right when he started to unclip the briefcase, Damian Priest came out of nowhere, and Damian Priest is your winner of the 2023 Men's Money in the Bank match. And I say, unfortunately, not any hate on Damian Priest, because I actually really like Damian Priest. I love Judgment Day. Priest is great, but man, it just feels like LA Knight, it's his time right now. He's over organically. He's super hot with the crowd. And, sadly, in WWE, that happening can be your detriment. And I don't think that's right. That the goal is to get over organically and, get the crowd to be behind you or to be booing you, whatever your character is. But just to get a reaction, that is the goal for every wrestler. As Dr. Tom taught me and my fellow classmates when we were in wrestling school. And, yeah, man, it just sucks to see that when people do that in the WWE, it most of the time ends up hurting them. But, another thing I was a little melancholy about is, okay, Damian Priest has the briefcase. Will Finn Balor get the title later in the night, or will they not do that and give us a less exciting storyline than Finn Balor holding the world title and Damian Priest having Money in the Bank? Because that's the most exciting storyline you could do now with Damian Priest having Money in the Bank. We'll get to that here in a little bit, though. After this match, we had the Women's Tag Team Championships match. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler defending against Raquel and Liv. And honestly, when me and D2 did our predictions video, we just kind of spent a couple minutes on this match. We really thought that Ronda and Shayna were going to retain. We thought it was a given. Was very surprised that Raquel and Liv were going to be getting a title shot here, because felt like they should have only be getting a shot when they were going to win it. Well, we were wrong, because Shayna Baszler out of nowhere turned on Ronda Rousey after Ronda and Shayna spent most of the match beating up Liv. They had the upper hand, but yeah, Shayna didn't explain her actions, so that's a further storyline that we're going to see. But anyway, she turned on Ronda Rousey, messed her up real good, and your winners, Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. So Raquel and Liv are now 2 or 3-time champions. Sorry, I'm not exactly sure on the title count, but and also sorry for my the sizing of this picture not being in frame, but whatever, it doesn't matter, because it was a good match. I love Raquel, I love Liv. I'm glad to see them with the gold. It was very surprising. I didn't expect them to beat Shayna and Ronda here. It kind of makes me wonder, why in the world did they unify the titles last week? They could have had Alba Fire and Isla Dawn win the unification match and have them defend, and they could have had that match here at Money in the Bank, since Isla and Alba are UK residents from the UK. So that would have popped the crowd, and then they could have dropped them to Raquel and Liv at SummerSlam. It would have been a nice feud, nice program. But we'll see what it is, man. We'll see what it is. After this match, we had the Intercontinental title match, Gunther versus Matt Riddle, and they were beating the absolute holy hell out of each other. This was a stiff match. Matt Riddle was selling the ankle injury that occurred, sometime in the past couple weeks with Imperium beating him down. But what happened in this match is exactly what we thought was going to happen. Matt Riddle had some great spots, but ultimately Gunther is the one who won. And after the match, a surprising wild Drew McIntyre showed up. We hadn't seen Drew McIntyre since WrestleMania. This popped the crowd super hard. It popped me super hard. The rumor mill and the dirt sheets were saying that Drew McIntyre only had a few months left on his contract. It was expiring in this year. Wasn't sure if he was going to resign. He was gone dealing with injury and some personal family matters. So it was great to see Drew coming back. He looks like a beast, and he took out Gunther here and celebrated with the Intercontinental Championship over his head afterwards. So that signifies that he's going to be coming for that belt. So that's going to be some nice, hard-hitting matchups that we have to look forward to in the future over the IC title. Looking forward to it. Love it. Next match we had was Dominic Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes. And last night on SmackDown, they announced that this was going to be the main event of the show, but less than 24 hours later, things changed, as we're kind of used to in WWE. But anyway, the crowd was super hot for Cody Rhodes, sang every word of his entrance. Super heat for Dominic, booing him out of the building. It was great. This was the one match that I thought was going to have a lot of hijinks and shenanigans, and it actually didn't. There was no returning Brock Lesnar. There was no rough bump to have the rest of Judgment Day come down. Rhea didn't get that involved. Yeah, she got involved a little bit, as we expected, but yeah, the match ended with Cody Rhodes winning clean. Oh God, sorry for this glitching right now. But yeah, Cody Rhodes beat Dominic clean after hitting one crossroads. It was a fine match for what it was. I guess they're building Cody back up because it's rumored that he's going to be going to face Roman next year at WrestleMania. Hopefully he will finish the story there. But yeah, we'll see. Next match after that, we had the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which was a fantastic match. Great spots in this match. One of the craziest spots was Zelina Vega hitting a code red off the top of the ladder to Zoe Stark onto another ladder. That spot right there made me really nervous, especially when necks and spines and ladders and metal are concerned. But it was beautifully done. There's a lot of hard-hitting action here. Trish took a manhandle slam off the announcer's table to a ladder set up on the ring with the announcer's table, which I was a little bit worried about that because, her history with herniated disc. That's what made her retire in the first place years ago. But, as Triple H said in the media scrum afterwards, there were no injuries except for, one rolled ankle by somebody who wasn't even participating in the matchup. So that's good to hear that everybody came out unscathed. But yeah, the finish of the match, Bayley and Io had tried to Zoe and Trish had tried to handcuff Becky Lynch to the ring. Only got a handcuff on Becky's wrist. Didn't get it on the ring. She started fighting back. Fought the rest of the match with the handcuffs on. And the end of the match saw Bayley and Becky climbing up the ladder trying to race to get the briefcase. And Io Sky geniusly took the handcuff on Becky's wrist and handcuffed it to Bayley through the rungs of the ladder, trapping them down to where they couldn't climb up or get anywhere. And Io Sky climbed up to the top, and she is your Miss Money in the Bank. I picked Trish Stratus to win, but I'm really happy to see Io win here. Io is great. She is going to do great things with this briefcase. This is probably going to tease the further dissension in Damage Control breaking apart. But I'm here for it, man. Io Sky, she deserves to be on a world title whenever she cashes this in. She had a great run in NXT with the NXT Women's Championship, so I love to see this here. I'm a huge Io Sky fan, so I'm all for this. Next up, we had a surprising John Cena return out of nowhere. His music hit, the crowd was super hot for it. John Cena came out, cut a good promo. He was in London filming, is what the rumor is, filming a movie, so he was able to stop by. But he ultimately came out here to pitch having a WrestleMania in London, which sent the crowd into a frenzy. And then out came my man, Grayson Waller. I love Grayson Waller. He could hang on the microphone with anybody. He had such a main event feel here, When John Cena was having promos with Austin Theory leading into WrestleMania, this is how Austin Theory should have felt right here. Grayson Waller felt like he was rising to the level to meet John Cena. Of course, things ended with a fist flying. Grayson Waller got some good shots in, attacking John Cena from behind. But ultimately, John Cena hit the FU, aka the Attitude Adjustment, onto Grayson Waller and set the crowd home happy with that right there. But not crowd home happy as it was the end of the show, but just the end of his segment. It was nice to see John back. I really hope he's not retiring this year. I really hope he has a few more matches in him. He definitely can do it physically, but we'll just see if he has the interest since he's now, pretty big in Hollywood. After this segment, we had the World Heavyweight Championship with Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, and Finn Balor looks like such a beast heading into this match. It was a great match, great action. These two are two workhorses in the company. Unfortunately, it ended like most of us predicted it was going to end, though, with Seth Rollins winning the match. Really want to see Finn win here, especially after Damian got put on the briefcase. Damian came out and teased like he might cash in. He sat ringside, and Finn Balor was going hard, hitting coup de grace off the announce table, off the ring steps. Then he throws Rollins back into the ring, hits the shotgun drop kick, goes up to the top rope, about to hit a third coup de grace, and then Damian Priest stands up, which distracts Finn Balor, makes him hesitate for a few moments. Then he misses the coup de grace and gets the stomp for the win. Or Seth Rollins gets the stomp for the win, rather. But Finn still looks strong. He kicked out of a pedigree. He countered the stomp a couple times earlier in the match. But Finn and Damian were arguing outside of the ring after the match while Seth Rollins celebrated back up the ramp. So we already see where it's going. Unfortunately, it looks like Judgment Day is going to have a lose a member or totally break apart over the briefcase rather than over one of them having the world title and the other one having the briefcase. I think that's the most interesting story you could tell. But we'll see what's next for Rollins, and we'll see what's next for the Judgment Day. And after this, we had the Bloodline Civil War, which, as you see here, the finish. Bloodline Civil War, Usos versus Roman and Solo Sikoa, and this match was hot with the crowd. Tons of chants and heat against Roman Reigns. Tons of great action. This video's already going on a little too long, so since we already had the slide pop up here, Usos end up getting the win after a rough bump and making us think the Usos were about to lose. Great match here. I can't believe Roman actually took the pin from Jey Uso. So now that means Jey Uso's a number one contender, right? The Usos themselves could be number one contender, right? We're going to have to definitely tune in to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown this week to see any further fallout and evolution of the storyline. But I like where it's going. Roman was breaking down and losing his shit at the end of this match. Can't believe that he took a pin for the first time in 3.5 years. It was really good stuff, man. Great facial expressions, great selling, great action. Match ran for about 30 minutes. So yeah, man, thoroughly enjoyed it. But gonna go ahead and wrap this up here because don't want this to go on too long. I feel like it's already gone on too long. But that's just my little quick recap of what happened here at Money in the Bank. Hopefully later on I'll be posting a video with D2 where we go further in depth about our opinions on the booking of and finishes of these matches and where we think things are headed. But please hit that like button. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the content that we are putting out. Join the DTF Nation here at Dubs Team Fantasy Sports Media. And until next time, I am out of here.